haven't done anything with my life like you have.
There are some very strong elements here, including compelling performances by both Joaquin Phoenix and Lady Gaga. The grim cinematography has a beautiful, gritty look, and the movie channels films like The Shawshank Redemption and One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
How about you, Arthur? Do you still think you're a star?
However, it also stumbles by not quite nailing the homage the way the first film did with Scorsese's Taxi Driver and The King of Comedy.
I have a sneaking suspicion that we're not giving the people what they want.
Purporting to be a musical version of a twisted romance, the songs are well constructed but overstay their welcome. And that's a real shame because those are some of the best moments in the film.
It's okay, David. Let's keep the people we can with.
Unfortunately, they put a drag on the bloated running time, which clocks in at well over 2 hours.
Let's get out of here.
Ultimately worth a look, but loaded with problems, Joker Folie à Deux gets 3 playing cards out of 5. I'm Kevin Carr, and that's the way I see it.
If you have an aversion to arachnids, this may not be for you, but for those who love the cuddly creatures, correspondent Donna Warder reports it's tarantula mating season on the Colorado Plains.
Not everyone thinks tarantulas are cool, but some of those who do attended the Tarantula Festival in La Punta, Colorado last weekend. Biology professor Kara Shillington of Eastern Michigan University says it's the time of year when the male tarantula leaves its burrow in search of a mate.
The females, when they come out of the burrows, very often they lay silk webbing around it, and so when the males walk past, they will come in contact with that silk.
Nathan Villarreal is a tarantula breeder.
We heard about the Layuns tarantula migration, and we just had to see it.
At the festival was a parade, a hairy leg contest for humans, a woman claimed the title this year, and a downtown screening of the 1990 cult classic Arachnophobia. I'm Donna Warder.
America in the Morning for Friday, October 4th, 2024. 10-4 is produced by Jeff McKay. Senior producer Kevin Delaney. I'm John Trout. This is Westwood One.
Russell Wilson here. We play 60 United Way in the NFL, helping kids play at least 60 minutes a day. To get involved, go to unitedway.org/play60. Are you just going to do it every time? Brought to you by United Way and the Ad Council.
Summer's here. Temperatures are soaring, and unfortunately, so is the risk of developing skin cancer. The sun's harmful ultraviolet rays can damage your skin if it's not protected properly. So when you're out in the sun this summer, make sure to wear your protective clothing, like hats and long sleeves, and repeatedly reapply sunscreen.
This is State Health Officer Dr. Scott Harris. For more information, visit our website, www.alabamapublichealth.gov.
Take News Radio 1440 with you everywhere on your AM dial at 1440, on 95.1 HD3 on FM, through our app on the App Store, or through your Alexa or Google smart home device. WIAM, the home of the Ben Shapiro Show, and heard on 95.1 HD3 FM, Montgomery, the Cumulus Media Station.
This is the CBS News World News Roundup, sponsored by O'Reilly Auto Parts.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. The 3-day-old dock worker strike at East and Gulf Coast Sports is over. Longshoremen's Association Vice President Scott Howard.
They can provide, put food on the table, pay their bills. They don't have to worry anymore, possibly losing their cars or their homes or anything like that.
It's also a relief to consumers who face the possibility of shortages and higher prices. CBS's Nancy Chen.
Those briefed on the deal said it includes a 62% raise, an increase from their previous offer of nearly 50%. All other remaining issues will be addressed when the two reconvene, which includes protections against automation and semi-automation. That has been a major sticking point in this.
Former Republican Congresswoman Liz Cheney, a staunch critic of Donald Trump's, campaigned with Vice President Harris in Ripon, Wisconsin.
I am proudly casting my vote for Vice President Kamala Harris.
Not according to the former president. He rallied supporters in Saginaw, Michigan.
We are going to defeat Lion Kamala Harris, one of the worst candidates ever.
Elon Musk says he'll be there when Mr. Trump returns to Butler, Pennsylvania this weekend, the site of the first assassination attempt on the former president. A warning from the Ayatollah Khamenei as he led prayers in Tehran for the first time in about 5 years. He praised Tuesday's missile strike on Israel and said Iran is ready to do it
We
again.
should fasten the seatbelt of resistance from Iran to Afghanistan, from Gaza to Lebanon, in every Islamic country.
Los Angeles District Attorney George Gascon says he'll reevaluate the case of Eric and Lyle Menendez in light of new evidence. But he says one thing is
I
certain.
don't think there was any question in this case that the boys or the young men
The
were almost
latest cases
19,
were
the other
found in
was
two.
21 at the time, that they murdered their parents.
Netflix streaming a new drama about the brothers who claim they were sexually abused. More humans have been infected with bird flu. CBS's Stacey
The
Lane.
latest cases were found in two dairy workers in California who had contact with infected cattle. Both developed conjunctivitis and had mild symptoms. They worked at different farms, and health officials say there is no known link between the two cases.
The government releases the monthly jobs report in half an hour, and economists expect it to reflect a gradual slowdown in hiring. CBS's Jolene Kent.
If you are a worker looking for work, there has been not mass layoffs in major industries, but there has been a tightening around spending and investments by companies, and you've seen that take hold over the last several months.
S&P futures are up 15. This is CBS News.
Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs.
You told
Get
me
the parts
you
and
never
service
mind
you need
yesterday.
fast from the professional parts
And they
people
were
at
not
O'Reilly
on
Auto Parts.
her desk or
You
yours.
see, if something costs less, but people are happier with it, that sounds like something to look into, and that is MediShare. Maybe you've heard switching to MediShare
Where
to pay for
are they?
healthcare can save many families up to $500 a month, and that is huge. But it's also true that people are way more satisfied after making the switch too. The member satisfaction rate for MediShare is double that of a typical health insurance plan. Double. MediShare works too. It's been around for 30 years. Members have shared more than $5 billion of each other's bills. People love having telehealth and a huge nationwide PPO network. So yeah, really, you can save a ton. Nothing better. Nothing being happy with how you're taking care of your health care. So if you're self-employed or part of the gig economy, or you just want a plan you're happy with, you can call right now. You'll get a price within 2 minutes. So see what you can save. This is a very, very smart use of 2 minutes. Here's the number you need. Call 877-64-BIBLE. That's 877-64-BIBLE. 877-64-BIBLE.
The Texas high school student suspended over his hairstyle will have to wait a while longer to find out whether he'll be allowed to return to class.
U.S. District Judge Jeffrey Brown said he will decide soon whether to grant an emergency temporary restraining order blocking the Barbers Hill High School suspension until there can be a full hearing. 18-year-old Daryl George has been suspended for the past year because when he let down his dreadlocks, they fell below his eyebrows. Violation of the public school's dress code. His attorney, Allie Booker, says they feel optimistic there may be a path for Daryl to return to school.
He wants to go back to Barbers Hill. He does not want to have to cut his locks to get his education, but he wants a good education.
Chris Fox, for CBS News, Austin.
Mattel has unveiled a Barbie for Diwali. It wears a midnight blue choli top, koti dress, and a lehenga skirt. The holiday symbolizes the victory of light over darkness. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
Unable to work because of an injury at the fault of someone else? Call me, Johnny Adams. No representation is made. The quality of legal services provided is greater than the quality of legal services provided by other lawyers.
It's finally starting to actually feel like fall outside. So you know what that means. Time to get to Kohl's for cozy, comfy, and cute outfits. With their friends and family sale, I saved 20% on everyday styles that I can't wait to wear all fall long. Plus, I am full cash. But don't take my word for it. Get to Kohl's and discover fall faves for yourself. Select styles. Offers end October 6th. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
When I realized I was going to have to sign up for my own health insurance plan, I was ready to freak. But then I found Health Markets. Health Markets lays out a list of plans available to you. It's straightforward and so easy. And if you need help, they have licensed insurance agents you can speak with. Just dial pound 250 and say Health Markets. That's it. Pound 250 and say Health Markets.
Discover the advantages of real personalized service today with Health Markets. Health Markets Insurance Agency, Inc. is licensed as an insurance agency nationwide except in Massachusetts. Paid actor per trail.
Don't miss Sean Hannity.
Biden incoherently adheres
Live this afternoon at 2 p.m. on News Radio 1440. Your WSFA First Alert weather forecast on News Radio 1440.
Sponsored by Bank of America. Bank of America has powerful digital solutions for local and global businesses, so you can make every move matter. Visit bankofamerica.com/banking for business to learn more. Bank of America, N.A. Copyright 2024.
Lots of clouds. A mild start to our Friday will give way to even more clouds this afternoon, maybe some peaks of sunshine. We're going to track passing showers in our forecast for our Friday, and temperatures warming up to either side of 80 degrees. Tonight we'll see lows in the 60s with clouds around. Sunny clouds expected for the weekend. Highs mid-80s both Saturday and Sunday with lows in the 60s. And that's your First Alert forecast. I'm WSFA meteorologist Nick Gunter on News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch traffic brought to you by Sons Automotive, family owned, family driven on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, Montgomery. Got an accident on North Boulevard there at Lower Wetumpka Road near Johnson Avenue. It's an accident with injury, so please use caution if you're moving in that area. Outside of that, we're looking pretty good. Nothing else is being reported that would send you on an alternate route. Keep listening, and we will keep you posted. High school students get a head start on your future with Trinity State's dual enrollment. Earn college credit while you're still in high school. Fall 2024 mini-term fee classes start October 16th. Register at trinitystate.edu. Buckle up, it's the law. For Montgomery Skywatch Traffic, this is Major Delay.
Good morning, I'm Jed Davis. Here's what's happening in the news on this Friday. The water is flowing again after major issues in the last week. About 2,600 people didn't have access to clean drinking water in Macon County after 2 pumps failed. Crews worked around the clock to get them fixed. The water has been tested. Everyone should have clean water again today. A big thanks to all of our viewers making Thursday's Day of Dreams telethon a huge success. You helped us raise more than $320,000 to help children and families in the river region. That money will go to the MAP Center, which stands for Ministry About People, and Mercy House. It's a nonprofit that provides meals, job skills, and more, and a safe place to hang out for people in need. Happening today is the official start of the Alabama National Fair. The gates open today at 4. It's WSFA 12 Newsday. You can get in for just $1 and a donation to the Heart of Alabama Food Bank. The fair runs through Monday, October 14th. That's your news on this Friday.
Families affected by Hurricane Helene urgently need support. Help the American Red Cross provide meals and shelter to these families. Donate today to Hurricane Helene by going to redcross.org or calling 1-800-RED-CROSS.
My fellow Americans, it's time to vote yes for a nicer, newer car. It's your commander in relief, Matt Parsley from Budget Car and Truck Sales. I'm on a mission to make car buying affordable again. So if you've been dreaming of driving a nicer, newer car, cast your old right away, and I'll give you up to $5,000 more than Kelley Blue Book value based on the price of the car you pick. I want to help you drive a car you want and deserve with the banks and the credit unions that say yes. That's yes, yes, yes. And give you way more for your old ride in the process. That's why at Budget Car and Truck Sales, we're all about affordability. My solution specialists work hard to help you find a car you'll love for a monthly payment you can afford. So cast your old ride away with the banks that want to say yes. That's yes, yes, yes. But hurry, like elections, these deals won't last forever. I'm Matt Parsley. I'm your dealer for the people. See all theyese all-American rides at budgetsays.yes.com. 61 Mendale Parkway next to Fraser Church, or call 334-244-9777.
My muscles ached. I was tired all the time. My son had a full-blown asthma attack. It came out of nowhere.
The unsettling thing about some symptoms is
I had a fever and these terrible headaches.
you don't always know what's causing them.
It was Lyme disease from a tick bite.
I had West Nile virus from a mosquito.
He had a reaction to cockroach allergens.
Threats to your health can come from unexpected places. For the facts, visit pestworld.org. A public service message from the National Pest Management Association.
Hi, I'm Dr. Shelley Place with today's tip for kids from the American Academy of Pediatrics. Food additives can harm children's development and raise the risk of obesity. To lower the risks, choose fresh fruits and vegetables when you can and avoid processed meats. Don't put plastic in the microwave because heat can cause chemicals to leak into your food. When cooking or serving hot foods, use glass or ceramic dishes. For more on keeping your child healthy, talk with your pediatrician or visit healthychildren.org.
Telling it like it really is.
That's the fact, Jack!
It's the Dan Bongino Show, weekdays from 11 to 2 on News Radio 1440. Sometimes you need to reset, refocus on your day. The moment where you take a deep breath and change the focus from the problem to the problem solver. This is Decisions with Kevin Elkins.
And good morning, Montgomery, Alabama. It's 7:12 in the morning, right here on News Radio 1440. It is time for our daily bread. A word from on high, something that will change your perspective or give you a new one, but either way, it's good for the soul. It is October the 4th, 2024. Today's daily bread is simply entitled A Christ-like Response. Our scripture insight today comes from 1 Peter 2, 21 through 25. And 1 Peter 2:23 reads, when they hurled their insults at Jesus, he did not retaliate. When he suffered, he made no threats. Instead, he entrusted himself to him who judges justly. Govern yourselves accordingly. A childlike response. And again, good morning. It is October the 4th. It is a day, October the 4th, 2024. It is a day that it's never been. And I can guarantee this. It is a day that once it's gone, you won't ever see it again. It is a once in a lifetime deal. And once it's gone, you don't get a do-over. You don't get it back. You don't get to summon it from the past. And you don't get to come back and undo all the things you do this day. But more importantly, you don't get a chance to come back to do the things you should have done that you didn't do on this day. So whatever it is that you do with this day, October the 4th, 2024, make sure that if tomorrow should be, you'll be proud of what you have done this day. If you've been around a while, you've heard many, and some of y'all many yesterdays. And if we are blessed and given the grace and mercy, charity and love of God, we may, I am not sure, we may see some tomorrows. But if tomorrow should not be, then it is this day, October the 4th, 2024, it is the first day of the rest of our lives. What are we going to do? Well, do what you can, for whom you can, while you can, until you can't. Because somewhere along your life journey, someone did the same for you. Gave you a hand up, a smile when you needed one, a willingness to care, and a hug every once in a while. We can do no less. Benjamin Elijah said, whatever we do in life, we should do it so well, no man living, no man dead, no man yet to be born can do it any better. And I say that it's the standard by which you live life, you'll always be successful. Oh, you'll fail at a few things. I've done it, you've done it, and the others will too. But you'll never be a failure until you quit. We say give out if you must, rest if you can, but you never quit, because quitters never win. And while winners may lose a thing or two, they never quit. So don't you never, ever give up. And no matter what happens on this day, remember this, it is a stupendous and extraordinary great day to be alive. A childlike response, that's our daily bread for today, October the 4th. We'll be back. Georgia's
working on a construction job in the heat of the Carolina summer sun when someone living nearby walked into the yard where he was working. Clearly angry, the neighbor began to curse and criticize everything about the project and how it was being done. George received the verbal blows without response until the angry neighbor stopped yelling. Then he gently responded, "You've had a really hard day, haven't you?" Suddenly, the angry neighbor's face softened. His head dipped, and he said, "I'm sorry for the way I spoke to you." George's kindness had diffused the neighbor's wrath. There are times when we want to strike back, to give abuse for abuse and insult for insult. What George modeled instead was a kindness seen most perfectly in the way Jesus bore the consequences of our sins. 1 Peter chapter 2, verse 23 says, "When they hurled their insults at him, he did not retaliate. When he suffered, he made no threats. Instead, he entrusted himself to him who judges justly." All of us will face moments when we're misunderstood, misrepresented, or attacked. We may want to respond in kind, but the heart of Jesus calls us to be kind, to pursue peace, and display understanding. As he enables us today, perhaps God could use us to bless someone enduring a hard day. Today's Our Daily Bread devotional scripture reading is from 1 Peter chapter 2, verses 21 to 25. To this you were called, because Christ suffered for you, leaving you an example that you should follow in his steps. He committed no sin, and no deceit was found in his mouth. When they hurled their insults at him, he did not retaliate. When he suffered, he made no threats. Instead, he entrusted himself to him who judges justly. He himself bore our sins in his body on the cross, so that we might die to sins and live for righteousness. By his wounds you have been healed. For you were like sheep going astray, but now you have returned to the shepherd and overseer of your souls. Let's pray. Caring Father, please help us to find in you the strength, grace, and wisdom to display the heart of Jesus. Thank you, Lord. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Today's encouragement was provided by Our Daily Bread Ministries.
All right, it's Friday. No PT today, okay? No PT. No. We just gonna. And I do have an audio piece this morning because Fridays and Mondays I didn't get a chance to do it Monday because it was a busy morning. So we're gonna do it today. Okay, help you. Maybe hopefully this story, this little short story will give you a different perspective on life. One of the things to share coming up now, as soon as I can get Mr. Gray Boys up here, we'll talk some more. I don't know how many times I got to go over there and say, "Hey, come on down and talk to us." But man, he must be busy though. A lot of crooks out there. And good morning again. All right then. So, what are we talking about? Oh, good morning to who else? The Montgomery Fire Department. Those guys always do a great job. And good morning to the Montgomery Sheriff Department. Good morning to the Montgomery Police Department. Hey, you know something? I'm gonna tell you guys something. I found out something yesterday about the Sheriff Department that I'm gonna have to relate to some of you young folks out there, because there's some opportunities there. Okay, maybe the city needs to do this and get some more people on their roles. Anyway, good morning to you. It's time to rise and shine. It is a great day, a fantastic day, a stupendous day to be alive. Okay, stupendous means absolutely, overwhelmingly great. Their motto is Semper Fidelis, but the Marines couldn't pronounce that one. So they shortened it to Semper Fi. I mean, Semper Fi, Semper Fidelis. Okay, so it went down to Semper Fi. 3 syllables, 5 from 5 to 3. That made it easier for them to pronounce. But whether it's Semper Fi or Semper Fidelis, it all means the same thing. Always, always faithful. Have I told y'all the story about being in the Marine Corps yet? I'm just checking. I've been trying to get them to make me an honorary Marine since they kind of cheated me out of my destiny. Hello? It's 7:22 in the morning, and it's time to rise and shine. Good morning, Z. He never listens to me anyway. Tells me I talk too much. Yeah, he never listens to me. Tells me I talk too much. All right, who is this already called? Good morning, who's this? I hear. Okay. See, I should have known that. I should have known who that was. But that's okay. Now it is time for our audio part for today. Well, first of all, let me tell you, before we do anything else, the most important thing today is who won the Student of the Week. And I'm going to tell you guys something out there. I only had 2 people submitted to the Montgomery Advertiser this week. Every school in Montgomery is entitled to join this thing. Okay? Only had 2. We got 25,000 kids in our public school. I don't know where Jade is, but we need to get the word out that, you shouldn't have to be a football player, okay, an athlete, in order to get some recognition for the hard work you do around here. Okay? So I'm just saying, 2 people, 25,000, that's the Montgomery public schools, and we're not on top of the private schools and the academies and things like that. Those people are also entitled to do this. Okay? You need to go to your schools, tell your principals or your teachers or your counselors to put people in for this. Okay? It don't hurt to give. I mean, I know they don't lace up their boots and play football on Friday afternoon or Friday night, whenever it is. But you know what? Some of these kids are some pretty astonishing kids, and they worked under some of the most difficult circumstances. Look at my son. He got me as a dad. Hey, but he still does a great job. Okay? I'm just saying, okay? I mean, I don't want to have to tell you every morning about some kid that killed somebody. Okay? Some child that robbed somebody. Some child that has left this earth way before their time. Okay? So can we please have these principals put in somebody for Student of the Week? Okay, these kids need some accolades too. Okay, so they don't make 7 points. They don't run down the field. Well, just to be clear, okay, it may take a little athletic strength to run down the field and make a touchdown, but at the end of the day, most of these people will be working for the smart people in our community. Okay, won't be us. All right, I'm just telling. So can we do this? Okay, every time I'm off the air, we can't seem to get to people. We got 25,000 people in Montgomery Public School, but you can only get put in for this if you're in the 9th grade or above. Okay, so if you go to the Montgomery Advertiser, okay, if you can find a human being, okay, I'm not exactly sure who. Well, let me tell you who this is. This guy right here. This guy. I think the guy's in charge of this. His name is Brad. Well, Brad Harper is the editor of the Montgomery Advertiser. Okay, so but however you get it over there, You need to get it over there. Tell your principals, your teachers, okay? Because believe me, if one of my high school students robbed somebody last night, you know what? I know all about that. I would know all about that. It'd be on my desk. It'd be here. Be in the newspaper. They'd be famous. So let us make some of these kids famous for doing the right thing. Just doing the right thing. All right. So next week, I expect to see some people, put in for this thing, and you got to do it over the weekend, I think, because Monday we'll have the news. So you need to do it today. All right. All right then. I know I'm always talking about the public school, but I'm not talking about the kids. My issue is with grown people who allow kids, and especially this thing right here, when they get an opportunity to just see their name in the paper because somebody thought they were special. Somebody thought they worked absolutely hard. Come on, y'all. All right then. Only reason why I don't put my son in for this because his dad's famous. So, they're gonna think I cheated. I did. My son's a hell of a lot smarter than I am. I'm just telling you. At least at that age. Now I have more wisdom, but I really don't have more smarts than he does. So, hey, I don't know. I'm gonna try to put him in anyway. Let me see. Anyway, good morning to you. So, who the people that were put in for this thing this week is Riley Goodwin of Lamp High School, and Mania McDonald from Success Unlimited, and that's all we got. That's it. Although the votes looking pretty good. Last week we had over 1,000 votes for him. This week not so much, 832 votes. But the winner is let me find it. I gotta find my thing right here. Okay. Okay, let me see. CLAP. Okay, now here let me make sure that I get this right because I gotta have the right sound effect here to tell you guys who's winning. Okay, can we get some sound effects here, everyone? Okay, so I tell these people who the winner is. Okay, okay, there we go. All right then. Okay. All right, there we go. Hold. Not that right there. Get that right there. Now here we go. Okay, and the winner is for this week's Student of the Week. The contestants were Mania McDonald of Success Unlimited and Riley Godwin of Lamp High School. And the winner is Riley Godwin of Lamp High School with 69.47% of the vote, which is 578. But we are going to give honorable mention to Mania McDonald because she, of course, was in there too. But the winner, Riley Godwin of Lamp High School with 578 votes. Next week, I hope to have at least 578 votes for each of them. All right? Don't y'all make me get on here and get on y'all. All right? All right then. We got all these high schools around here, all these schools, private schools, MA, all these schools, Hooper Academy, Hooper, whatever you call it. Okay, all these places. Okay, so let us do a better job next week. Okay, than we did this week. Okay, I got to see that. Okay, they know. Okay, they're the one. We know they won. Hey, all right. Okay, they won. Anyway, now next up, of course, is coming. It will be I'm trying to get some businesses who are willing to, because I want to give them at least $100. You know what I mean? I'll donate 20. So I want to at least give them, and if I can get some businesses to do this for us, and in cooperation with my company advertiser, of course, listen, it's good to hear your name. It's good to hear your name on the news and all that stuff on the radio. That's great stuff. But it'd be better to have your name heard and a little cash. I'm just saying. And what I would do is I would go and deliver the money to the student at whatever school they happen to be at. So I just think that's pretty neat. Anyway, we'll see if I can get some business out here to help me out here. I'd appreciate that. Anyway, now it is time for our audio piece this morning. And it is a great day to be alive. It's only like 7, 8 minutes here. And I think it's the lessons that are taught in this story is an amazing story. It talks about redemption. It talks about making the wrong decisions. It talks about coming back from those decisions. And it shows you that every last one of us will have to go through something in our lives. You can either use it as an albatross and an excuse for failure, or you can take what happens to you, deal with it, and be resilient and overcome. The choice is yours. It's a great day to be alive. We'll be back.
My grandmother would wake up at 4:15. And at 4:16, her feet would hit the floor, usually right in front of my face. And that's what would wake me up. But I would lay there and I would pretend like I was still asleep, because me and 4:15 really didn't get along. But grandma would look at the back of my head. I could feel her staring at me. And then finally she would say, "Now, sugar, grandmama know you ain't sleep. You just supposed to go on and get on up and get ready for school." And my grandmother was known for saying things that would kind of make you a little angry because they made so much sense and you couldn't argue with it. Parents, you know, there's things that when you become parents, you start to say to your own kids. Like my grandmother would say, "Now, son, you knew when you laid down there last night that you had to get up this morning. I don't know why every single morning you lay there and act surprised. You ought to be thankful that the Lord saw fit to wake you up this in your right mind." But what my grandmother was encouraging me to do was simply to be grateful for the opportunity. In spite of all that I had been through in my life, she just wanted to make sure that I understood the opportunity that I've been given. My life got started, it was a little rough. It was a little rough start. I was born 2 months premature. My mother was walking up a flight of stairs, and she didn't know this at the time, but a woman she had an argument with earlier was standing above her holding a pot of boiling water. As my mom made her way up those stairs, that woman dumped that water onto my mom and sent her tumbling down the stairs into premature labor. She received third-degree burns to over 25% of her body. When we were finally allowed to leave the hospital, as you can imagine, my mom was in a great deal of pain. Those burns just barely missed her face and covered most of the front of her body. So when we got home, she began taking a heavy sedative, pain medication, to help her recover. When she took that medication, it was very difficult for her to watch me, so I would bounce around a lot. I'd stay with my mom for a little bit, and I'd go stay with grandma, and I'd stay with some neighbors, aunties, and then back to my mother's house. I did that for the first 3 years of my life. I was 3 years old, I was back at my mom's house, and I got into her purse, I found that medication, I swallowed everything in the bottle. When they found me, they rushed me to the hospital, and my heart would stop, and eventually I went into a coma. But because of that accident, because of that incident, the state of California, they did an investigation. And the conclusion that they came to was that it wasn't an accident. They removed me from my mother's home, and they awarded the state, and eventually I went into the foster care system. Shortly after I arrived to one of my foster homes, my foster mom, her name was Miss Alexander. Miss Alexander began locking me inside the closet in the light. She'd open the closet door, she'd kick me, hit me with a stick or a strap or whatever she had. It was while I was in that foster home that I was sexually abused for the first time in my life. And oftentimes people ask, if that has to be the worst thing that could happen to someone. I have scars on my body that you can't see. I have a burn here in my hand that she put there with an iron. But all that pain went away. The worst thing that Mrs. Alexander would do is she would open the closet door, she would stand over me, and she would say, "You're stupid, and you ain't gonna never amount to nothing." That hurt me more than any of the physical kicks or the physical pain because I believed it for a long time. I believed that I would never amount to anything, just like she said. I didn't know this at the time. I found out a little bit later, but my grandmother, my hero, she had started going back and forth to court, trying to prove that she could take care of an active, handsome little boy. And eventually, the state of California, they granted her full custody of me. And I'll never forget standing on Miss Alexander's front porch waiting. She had my little belongings, everything that I had.
I remember standing there, and it may have only been a half an hour, but it felt like an eternity, and I can remember thinking maybe no one's coming. But after a while, at the end of the block, I see the ugliest car I've ever seen in my life. And the car pulls up right in front of the porch, and I remember all I could see are these two big glasses, bifocals. I found out later that Grandma had glaucoma. She wasn't supposed to be driving. But she gets out of that big car, and she's got on this white floppy hat with this, it was a flower right there in the middle. And I remember she had on this long white dress that came all the way down to her ankles. And I found out later that, that was Grandma's Sunday best. It was an outfit that she only reserved for special occasions. And I can remember for once in my life feeling like I was some special occasion. I remember jumping into Grandma's arms and squeezing her, and I remember her whispering and saying to me, everything's okay. You're family. And everything was okay, just like Grandmother said. And I had a lot to look forward to. I found out that my mom was going to court trying to prove that she could take care of me. And I can remember sitting there with my mother, and we talk, and we had a lot of different conversations. One thing I can remember saying, Mama, one day when I get big, I'm gonna buy you a nice house and fireplace. I said, Mama, one day I'm gonna buy you a nice car. I like Grandma, so get you a nice one. But the truth is, I just really wanted to become a family again, and that's what I look forward to. When I was 12 years old, I was asleep on my grandmother's floor. It was about 4 o'clock in the morning. We get a knock on the door. It was my mom's roommate. Miss Howell, come quick. Miss Howell was my grandma. She said, come quick, it's Ruth. Ruth was my mom. She said, I can't wake her up. I think she's dead. And I can remember laying on that floor, kind of wishing hoping that it was maybe a dream. But it wasn't. And that's how I found out that all the hopes and dreams and things that I had to look forward to weren't going to happen. I became very angry. I became confused. I was hurt. I didn't really understand what was happening. I started acting out, hanging out with the wrong people, breaking into houses, started stealing cars. I can remember not really caring what happened to me. I continued that behavior until I was 19. When I was 19, I found myself standing in front of a judge. I was handcuffed. I had a chain around my waist, and my handcuffs were attached to that chain. The judge looked at me and says, the state of California sentences you to 15 years in prison for armed robbery and assault. That day, when that door closed behind me for the first time as a convicted felon, I remember standing in that empty cell. I remember my knees started to get weak and they started to shake uncontrollably. I collapsed and I fell to the floor. I just started crying alone. I can remember hearing voices. Heard the voice of my foster mom saying, you're stupid, you ain't gonna never amount to nothing. Heard the voice of family members and friends of family that said that boy's gonna end up just like his father. My father was a career criminal. He died in prison. I can remember laying there thinking to myself that this is where I'm gonna die. But here's what happened that would change my life. Shortly after I arrived at that prison, there was an educator there. His name was Charles Lyles, 6'3", ex-Marine. And I don't know what it was about me, but every time he saw me, he'd say, hey, Mr. Humphrey. And he had this big smile on his face. A smile that my kids would say, that's creepy. But he smiled and he said, hey, Mr. Humphrey, how you doing? He always called me Mr. Humphrey. He gave me that respect. He walked into my cell. He looked at me and he said, Mr. Humphrey, he says, prison doesn't have to be your life. He says, you can get out of here and you can do great things. He started to walk away, and before he walked out of my cell, he turned around one last time and he says, Mr. Humphrey? I said, yes, sir. He says, I believe in you. He walked out of my cell. And if he had continued to stand there, he would have seen the tears running down my face because no one had ever said that to me. And I remember thinking to myself, I'm going to make some changes, and I'm going to change my life. And a little over 4 years after the day I originally collapsed and fell to the floor, I walked out of that prison on the road. That was over 18 years ago. I've never been back other than to mentor and help other people. But here's what I know. I know that when you've had a rough life, when you feel unwanted, I know that when you have hopes and dreams and when you have things that you can look forward to and when you have people in place that support you and push you, I know that that gives you a reason to live. It is a great day. to be alive. And that's something that I haven't always said, but now it's something that I say to myself every single day at some point. If I'm having a great day or a bad day, that's something that I say. But what I also understand is that what my grandmother was thanking her higher power for each and every day was for the opportunity that she'd been given. And she never missed an opportunity to tell anyone that would listen, especially me, it's a great day to be alive.
It is a great day, an outstanding day to be alive. We'll be back right after this.
Your WSFA First Alert Weather Forecast on News Radio 1440.
Sponsored by Keep Alabama Beautiful. A little trash talk on the field during the
It's
game.
a great day
We
to be alive.
Trashing the state with
Yes,
litter.
it is.
That's just not a good plan. Keep it clean. Keep Alabama Beautiful in partnership with the Alabama Department of Transportation.
Lots of clouds and a mild start to our Friday will give way to even more clouds this afternoon, maybe some peaks of sunshine. We're going to track passing showers in our forecast for our Friday, and temperatures warming up to either side of 80 degrees. Tonight we'll see lows in the 60s with clouds around. Set of clouds expected for the weekend. Highs mid-80s both Saturday and Sunday with lows in the 60s. And that's your First Alert forecast. I'm WSFA meteorologist Nick Gunter on News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch traffic brought to you by Sons Automotive, family owned, family driven on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, Montgomery. Right now, things are looking good. Nothing's being reported by the authorities that would send you on an alternate route. Finishing an accident with injury North Boulevard at Wares Ferry near Johnson Avenue. And we've got a new accident North Boulevard at Coliseum. Outside of that, we're good. Keep listening. We'll help you get there. The lowest tax rate in Alabama, it's at McKinnon Toyota. They got a great supply of Camrys, RAV4s, Tundras, Tacomas, and more. Financing as low as 1.99% on select Toyotas. It's worth the drive. McKinnon Toyota, exit 212 off I-65 in Clanton. Buckle up for Montgomery Skywatch traffic. This is Major Delay.
If you're struggling with ED or your performance is down and your belly fat is growing, listen up. You've got one life. Now is the time to act.
At Montgomery Men's Health, we're not just healthcare, we're your secret weapon. Don't wait another day. Here's why you need to act right now.
Every moment you delay, your condition could worsen. It's not just about sex, it's about your heart, your relationship, your life.
Montgomery Men's Health has years of proven results for low testosterone and increasing drive, energy level, and performance. We've introduced ED and enhancement treatments so exclusive, you'll wonder why you waited.
Procrastination is the thief of time. When it comes to your sexual health, you can't afford to wait. Join the League of Gentlemen who walked out of our doors with a swagger.
Call Montgomery Men's Health at 334-440-3663 or visit MontgomeryMen'sHealth.com. Book your $99 male performance consultation now. Dial 334-440-3663 or visit MontgomeryMen'sHealth.com. Montgomery Men's Health, making it happen.
My fellow Americans, it's time to vote yes for a nicer, newer car. It's your commander in relief, Matt Parsley from Budget Car and Truck Sales. I'm on a mission to make car buying affordable again. So if you've been dreaming of driving a nicer, newer car, cast your old right away, and I'll give you up to $5,000 more than Kelley Blue Book value based on the price of the car you pick. I want to help you drive a car you want and deserve with the banks and the credit unions that say yes. That's yes, yes, yes. And give you way more for your old ride in the process. That's why at Budget Car and Truck Sales, we're all about affordability. My solutions specialists work hard to help you find a car you'll love for a monthly payment you can afford. So cast your old ride away with the banks that want to say yes. That's yes, yes, yes. But hurry, like elections, these deals won't last forever. I'm Matt Parsley. I'm your dealer for the people. See all these all-American rides at BudgetSaysYes.com. 61 Mendel Parkway next to Frazier Church, or call 334-244-9777.
For most of Alabama, ticks and mosquitoes are more abundant from late spring to early fall. If you spend time outdoors or have pets that go outside, you need to be aware of the diseases they can carry to help protect yourself and your family. Prevention is key in safeguarding against tick and mosquito-borne diseases. For more information and tips on how to protect you and your family from these pests, visit our website at alabamapublichealth.gov. Again, visit our website at alabamapublichealth.gov.
Hi, I'm Dr. Anita
Chandra with today's tip for kids from the American Academy of Pediatrics. As a parent, you are your child's first teacher. Like all students, kids will make mistakes. Your goal is to encourage the behavior you want to see, set clear expectations, reward good behavior, and withdraw privileges when needed. What doesn't work is spanking. It only increases the risk your child will be aggressive. For more strategies on child behavior, talk with your pediatrician or visit healthychildren.org. I got smart about mortgages, smart about college.
When it comes to your money, whatever you want to get smart about, you can find it at smartaboutmoney.org, a free online resource from the nonprofit National Endowment for Financial Education. Smartaboutmoney.org, the easy place to start when you want to get smart.
Join Kevin Elkins for Decisions. News Radio 1440. Depend on it.
And we are back. Okay, coming up next hour. I don't know exactly what time. I know about what time. But Walt Maddox will be joining us. The mayor. I'm checking with all the mayors since this is the capital city. You know, it's our job to make sure things are going well around the state. So he's joining us. He is the mayor of Tuscaloosa, T-Town, and they got a restaurant down there. You know, they got a restaurant down there that is absolutely outrageously good. I went down there a couple months ago, and it's called Flavor or Flavor, whatever it is. Anyway, man, that was something good food. Yes. So 2 places I've been, I had great food. I had great food down in Dothan. They got a place called the Blue Plate or something like that. The best liver and onion. It's worth going down there just to get me a plate of liver and onions and bring it back to Montgomery. Okay. Yeah, it took me years to do that because I couldn't get on the freeway. But now that I'm it doesn't bother me that much. My phobia is almost gone. Yeah, I can get on the road lately and just go places and just check out the city. Now Huntsville, I really want to go up there again. I only came through Huntsville one time. When I went home to bury my sister, I went through Huntsville. But for some reason, I can tell that Huntsville is a little different. You know, because those are the rocket scientists up there. Okay, so they don't really have the arguments that we have down here in Montgomery. You know, but I coming through there, I didn't spend much time there, but I just felt the vibe. I felt the vibe that says, "Come on up here with the rocket scientists." Then my son went up there to work. He didn't feel the vibe though. He went to work for some car manufacturer. And see, here's the problem when you work for yourself. When you're self-employed, you can say, yeah, I think I'll take a part-time job. Yeah, I'll take that. No, it never works out because you are used to working for yourself. And so being nobody works for themselves. We all work for somebody or for pay. Self-employed. When you are self-employed, it's difficult to take a job with somebody else. It just is. I don't care if it ain't for 3 hours a day. It's difficult to do. And I knew it wasn't going to last. I knew it wasn't going to last at that job. I knew it. So 2 weeks later, guess what? Hey, Dad, yeah, we ain't going to do that no more. I said, okay, not a problem. I knew it was coming anyway, but he didn't pay me much attention. Now he's up there with the Denver Broncos and all them people up there taking pictures and all that kind of thing. I don't know what he was doing there. The other day he was in the Broncos stadium with the Broncos. I don't know. I mean, he get to see the Broncos. All I ever do is get to see him on TV. Most time they lose it. Anyway, 860-1440 is the number here. Okay, so Walt Maddox at about 8:10 somewhere around there. We'll talk to him about T-Town. All right, 860-1440 is the number here. You can text me if you want to, and that's 901-5022. Okay, I'm just telling you that's how we roll around here. Carver High School lost last night, 17. Okay, well, at least they played a good game. Okay, really. Bud says, why would you get a mayor 90 miles away? Because I've talked to all the ones around here recently. I've talked to the only one I haven't had an opportunity to talk to is Millbrook's mayor, Mr. Kelly. But I've had everybody on around here, you know, Prattville, Wetumpka, and I want to know what's going on in the other places, man. I mean, you know, Montgomery is not an island unto itself. What happens what happens here is because it happened somewhere else first. So that's okay. 7:51 in the morning. Everybody's a critic. We're the capital city. We need to know what's going on around us. Okay, that's my job. Good morning. Who's this? Yeah. Oh, where? What? But, right, but they played a good game. It looks like though. Yeah, you do. Yeah. Yeah, I know you do, but you're a Democrat, man. It ain't about winning. Really? And they couldn't. They could 1 yard line. Yeah, I got you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. Now should I call? Okay, so wait a minute. Hold on. Should I call for the resignation of the coach? Okay then. Okay then. Okay. Okay. All right. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. 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 Okay. Now who's the coach over there? Who's the coach over there? Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. Yes. Yes, it is. Okay. Uh, mm-hmm. Right. Right. You're talking about Julie Beard. Mm-hmm. What's that? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Right. Outstanding. Well, okay. Okay. Well, now sometimes first of all, it's not a matter of people don't want to talk. I mean, there's thousands of people clamoring to talk to these guys all the time. Even myself, I can't talk to everybody. So, but you did the right thing. You came on the airways, and people talked, and people heard you, and they handled the business. Right, right. Right, right. Okay, that's right. That's right. Now, right, and I just want you to know now who is the man around here. Okay, right on. That's what I want to know. All right. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. All right, appreciate it. That's all I want. It's 7:55 in the morning. Good morning. Who's this? All right then. Good morning. Who's this? Morning. Mhm. Mm-hmm. 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 I truly did. Mm. Right. Thank for yours. Mm-hmm. Yeah. He remembers something, but yeah, I think he did. Yeah. But he'll be an 8-10. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Right. Right. We don't pick those people. They pick the people. Yeah. That's right. And and we go to the polls and vote for who they gave us. No. But I know I gotta go. I know I gotta go. Hey, appreciate it. Gotta go. We'll be back.
1440. I'm Jeffrey Rodriguez. A surprise in a September jobs report. Hiring soared. Labor reporting 254,000 positions added. That's an increase of 142 in the month before. CBS News business analyst just that's more than 100,000 better than analyst expectation. Additionally, the two previous months were revised higher. All of this brings us to the Federal Reserve. The U.S. economy strong enough to produce more than 200,000 jobs in a month, the Fed can really take its time, maybe dropping rates by a quarter of a percentage point at the next meeting. Unemployment went from 4.2 to 4.1%. Dow futures jumped more than 200 points on the news. A big relief for retailers, consumers, and job workers who ended their 3-day stretch. CBS's Nancy Chen. 25,000 have 14 days long peaceable groups to now return to work. In a joint statement, the dock workers union and their employer group said a tentative agreement had been made on wages that they would extend their current contract until January 15th. And they'll deal with the issue of automation. Wage increases, we're told, will be 62%. increase over the previous offer of almost 50. Ainsley Road threat from the Ayatollah Khamenei as he led prayers there for the first time in about 5 years. He called the October 7th Hamas attack illogical and legal, and Iran's missile strikes on Israel Tuesday justified. BBC's Kevin
He
Elkins.
was very defiant, he was angry, he called on Muslim nations to unite. He said enemy of all of our nations is one, whether we are in Iran, whether in Iraq, and this enemy is trying to divide us.
The death toll from Hurricane Helene across the southeast has now surpassed 200, and some of the most hard-hit areas are still impossible to get to. CBS's Skylar Henry is in western North Carolina.
Bupa says the National Guard has delivered more than 130,000 pounds of food and water to Asheville so far. The cost of rebuild in western North Carolina is expected to be in the billions.
Helene is the deadliest hurricane to hit the U.S. mainland since Katrina 19 years ago. If your taxes are pretty simple standard, you may have a new way to file. CBS's Stacey.
The IRS rolled out its direct file system in a decade last year, and it was a success. So much so, it's doubling the number of states before that we have access to upcoming tax returns.
Sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Looking for a career path with flexibility, great pay, and benefits? Go to progressive.com/careers and apply online today. Do you have the ex-wives and your current trophy wife wants a life insurance policy 3 times the size of the policies you had to purchase for your previous mistakes? If so, you need to call Big Lou at Home Provider, 800-230-2777. Big Lou is intimately familiar with your problems. And if you're 50 or 60 years old and in reasonably good health, a $1 million policy should only cost about $100 to $200 per month. Big Lou may have a solution for your previous policies as well. You may even save enough money to lighten the load on your new $1 million policy. Remember, call Big Lou. He's like you. He's only on number 2. Call Term Provider at 800-230-2770. That's 800-230-2777 for $1 million in term life insurance that you can live with. Call Big Lou at 800-230-2777. 800-230-2777.
Demands for information and action after a fire at a chemical plant that sent a chlorine-scented haze across metro Atlanta.
Georgia Congressman Hank Johnson supports those working to close biolab.
The public health, safety, and well-being of that
Virtual town hall. Johnson said health and safety from biolab, which is shut down at the Georgia State Capitol along with others for CBS News at noon.
So you'll see everything for real. Researchers tried it. They took the Wall Street Journal. They wrote the complete transparent. See, Evans warned us. Brain see.
Real life words and phrases. Travel is defined with that golden
I'm just lazy. It's going to have conversations in Spanish.
Estoy muy emocionado para ir a España contigo.
You just said I'm very excited to go to Spain with you. My family, I think it's getting much of Gracias, Gabo.
Babel, language for life. Celebrating 10 million subscriptions sold. Now try Babel for free at Babel.com. Let's go to Babel.com and start learning a new language today. That's Babel.com. BABBEL.com.
If you're living with today and created my opportunities, you can do
Montgomery's sidewalk traffic. Is automotive, family driven. News Radio 1440. County Road. Listen to News Radio 1440 at work. NewsRadio1440.com. At home through your Alexa or Google smart home device. Depend on News Radio 1440.
He's a former Secret Service agent, a former NYPD officer, and a New York Times bestseller.
Your boy Danny B is here to clean up the mess for them and show you what really happened.
Dan Bongino brings high energy and unique insights to the biggest issues of the day.
Jumped in the cold plunge, got ready to rock and roll.
He's not afraid to tackle the toughest subjects and debunks the rhetoric.
That's the best analysis of what happened I've heard yet, outside of this show.
The Dan Bongino Show.
Kidding, I'm not that much of an egomaniac.
Wherever you listen.
If you're struggling with ED or your performance is down and your belly fat is growing, listen up.
Mayor.
You've got one life. Now is the time to act.
Pretty good. Listen, let me put you right on hold. I'll be right back. I got a break, and then I'll come right back to you.
Don't wait another day. Here's why you need to act right now. Every moment you delay, your condition could worsen. It's not just about sex. It's about your heart, your relationship, your life.
Montgomery Men's Health has years of proven results for low testosterone and increasing drive, energy level, and performance. We've introduced ED and enhancement treatments so exclusive, you'll wonder why you waited.
Procrastination is the thief of time. When it comes to your sexual health, you can't afford to wait. Join the League of Gentlemen who walked out of our doors with a swagger.
Call Montgomery Men's Health at 334-440-3663 or visit MontgomeryMen'sHealth.com. Book your $99 male performance consultation now. Dial 334-440-3663 or visit MontgomeryMen'sHealth.com. Montgomery Men's Health, making it happen.
Hi, I'm Dr. Anita Chandra with today's tip for kids from the American Academy of Pediatrics. As a parent, it can be scary to hand the car keys to your teenager. To help your teen stay safe, be a good role model and follow traffic laws yourself. Set rules for your teen, including wearing a seatbelt, driving only during the day and with limited distractions, including from their passengers. Finally, make sure your teen knows it is never okay to text and drive. For a sample driving agreement for teens, visit healthychildren.org.
Did you know that June is Men's Health Month?
Ladies, now is the time to encourage the men and boys in your life to make that doctor's appointment he's been putting off, or talk to the doctor about the symptoms he's been having. We're outliving men by 5 years. Let's change that by raising awareness this month on preventable health problems, early detection, and treatment of diseases that impact men and boys.
Men,
It's time to talk to the younger generation and encourage healthy lifestyles, exercise more, drink more water, and cut down on junk food. Let's set an example for our kids that will not only affect their lives, but the lives of their children. June is the perfect time to schedule your annual checkup and make those healthy lifestyle changes.
This is State Health Officer Dr. Scott Harris. For more information, visit our website, www.alabamapublichealth.gov.
Telling it like it really is. That's the fact, Jack! It's the Dan Bongino Show. Weekdays from 11 to 2 on...
Alrighty then. On the phone with us from someplace up there, and I don't know if that's northeast, west, or south. I don't know where Tuscaloosa is. I've been there. I just took the map. GPS said take me here, and it took me there. But whichever direction it is in, we have His Honor the mayor of that great city, T-town, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Mr. Walt Maddox. Good morning, sir. Well, I was telling somebody said, well, why do you want to talk to him way down there? Because we are the capital city, and what happens in other cities matter to us. We come up with legislation based on what happens in other cities because it hadn't happened here yet. Sometimes we want to come up with that legislation before it happens here. Of course, we can't stop it, but at least we know how to deal with it once it does. Listen, I was in your town a few months ago, and you have a restaurant called Flavor Something over there on the best food I have ever eaten in a long time in a restaurant. So I'm gonna visit y'all again one day. Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah. As a matter of fact, your university is only second to where I'm from, which is South Bend, Indiana, and we all know what great university hails from there. So we wait, really? Yeah. Can I send them? Can I send them back? Can I send them back to you? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Just fix the problem. Yeah, because you are the closest to the people, such as city council and mayors. I mean, everything else to us is garbled. We think is that what he really said? But the mayor, you can't get away with just giving us a lip service. I mean, you're too close to it. So it's like you're in the next room. We know it. If it looks like it, smells like it, feels like it, then it must be it. So we mm, right. Now, let's get how many people are in your police department? Okay. Are you having a problem getting or keeping officers? It seems like Montgomery and many places around the country are having a difficult time. Are you experiencing the same thing? Yeah. A lot of history in Tuscaloosa. I assume that is that an Indian name? Does it represent some Indian tribe or something? Hmm. Yeah. You guys, you had a tornado some years ago, and I think it destroyed a few businesses in the city. And you have, are we still recovering for that? Are we? Is that are we up and going now? Right. Yeah. 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 Right. And of course, having that cash machine called the University of Alabama, that doesn't really it don't hurt at all. What kind of you guys got a city school system or county? Okay. Which one you think better serves you? City or county?
is a model that is decades old, and it would never survive the private sector test. And I think in the future, we need to have real conversations to make it relevant for what's coming in the future with the advancement of AI, technology, even advanced manufacturing. We better be prepared and ready to meet this challenge. And I'll say the structure of it, not necessarily the people, the structure of it does not meet the day and time that we live in. And we need to have honest conversations about that. And I hope our state leaders and our federal leaders will continue to do that.
Well, I hope some of them listen. You want to take a couple calls before I let you go? Some folks down here, since you're a celebrity, sort of. Good morning, you're on the air. Mm-hmm.
Probably about 80% Bama fans, and I say that because we have a large university faculty population too that comes in that have other allegiances and a very strong Auburn contingent. And my son is a yes, sir. And my son who's 11 years old for whatever reason, because my wife and I certainly, and my daughter's a UA graduate, he's an Auburn fan. And so you've got one right there. Young man going to win a Nobel Prize one day.
Okay.
In terms of black and white, answer your question. Yeah, I understand. In terms of black, here's my question. Okay, go ahead. About half the size of Montgomery. Over the past 5 years, 6 years, we were averaging 75 murders a year in Montgomery. Are y'all averaging anywhere near 30 a year? No, so we've had every major crime significant category go down in Tuscaloosa. We actually, when I took office, we had. What were you down that for? Well, let me be for full disclosure. My first year before we took office, we had 16 homicides, and we never reached that. But this year we are at 16, and it's been, although the other crime elements are down, but over the years we've been consistently lower to that. I think the issue that we've been able to do is try to be as proactive as possible with predictive analysis, using technology, doing our best to arrest consistently, arrest and rearrest and rearrest. One of the issues you have that I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you. So you want to go ahead. You have more police officers than Montgomery, the city of twice the size. Well, I wasn't aware of that, but it is it's a difficult thing to recruit police officers. And what we have here in Tuscaloosa, and you may have this down in the river region, is that our battle, you don't get many people who want to go into law enforcement. We're having to recruit against UAPD, the sheriff's office, and that's becoming something we're going to have to continue to do. But we spend 40% of our budget on public safety.
Okay. Let me take another one. Good morning on there with Walt Maddox.
Would need to see your source on that one because we recently went through
Okay. Well, this is okay. Appreciate the call. That guy hates everybody. So, yeah.
Is that my daughter graduated from Northridge High School, and she graduated from UA. My son's an 11-year-old at Rock Quarry Elementary, and it is a blue ribbon school. And I can tell you that if only 19% of our young people are graduating high school, I think we would not only know it in terms of a spreadsheet, I think we would feel it in a community that is growing exponentially. That would not be the case.
Good. Good morning on there, Walt Maddox. Appreciate it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, appreciate it. Good morning. On there with your Walkmanics. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, listen, I know you're a busy man, Mayor, but we just wanted to check in with you and see what's going on in Tuscaloosa. I love it up there. I've only been up there once, but I loved it when I was there. I ate there at the little mall over there. So, but I have to come back more often. And next time I come there, I'll drop in and say hello personally. They'll say, "Who the hell are you?" I said, "Well, just the Elk Man is here," or something like that. And I say, he'll know. Right. Exactly. That's right. Well, thank you very much. For a youngster, you're doing pretty good up there, though. I appreciate it. You're only 52. 52 is young. I used to be old when I was young, but now that I'm old is young. So you're doing a good job. Yeah. Okay. You too. Appreciate it. All right, then. Let's take a break, and we'll be back uno momento to talk about something that happened yesterday. We found out in the news yesterday that not only is a disgrace to the United States of America, but a disgrace to the taxpayers of America also. Because it seems that the Biden administration, that's part of the Harris Biden administration, has taken money from Morris or whatever his name is, Alejandro, and used that money to put illegal aliens up and give them money. And now that the citizens of North Carolina, South Carolina, and Georgia need help, they're telling us that they broke. They can't help them because they spent money on people who were not even citizens. Now, at first, when I heard this story, I said, this can't be right. I mean, come on, really? Well, I did some investigation about it, and not only is it right, it is terribly right. So now we cannot serve our own citizens because we're giving money, $1 billion, to people who are here illegally. Somebody, in my mind, should be impeached and thrown out of office, including her. We'll be back.
1440.
Sponsored by Staples Stores. Staples prints anything you need for your business, like banners, flyers, and signs. And Staples will beat any price quote. Plus, now print more, save more. Up to $150 off your print purchase. Offer ends 11/2. Exclusions apply. Visit staples.com/print for details or staples.com/price match for price match guarantee.
Lots of clouds and a mild start to our Friday will give way to even more clouds this afternoon, maybe some peaks of sunshine. We're going to track passing showers in our forecast for our Friday. Friday, and temperatures warming up to either side of 80 degrees. Tonight we'll see lows in the 60s with clouds around. Set of clouds expected for the weekend. Highs mid-80s both Saturday and Sunday with lows in the 60s. And that's your first alert forecast. I'm WSFA meteorologist Nick Gunter on News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch traffic brought to you by Sons Automotive, family owned, family driven on News Radio 1440.
Hello, Montgomery. Right now, things are looking good. Nothing's being reported by the authorities that would send anyone on an alternate route. We check it with the surrounding counties. They're clear as well. You keep listening, and we'll keep you posted with the latest and the most accurate traffic conditions on the radio. At McKinnon Nissan, you can lease a 2024 Nissan Rogue for just $299 per month. It's worth the drive. McKinnon Nissan, exit 212 off I-65 in Clanton. Buckle up, front and back. It's the law. For Montgomery Skywatch traffic, this is Major Delay.
If you're living with dry age-related macular degeneration or dry AMD, you may be at risk for developing geographic atrophy or GA. GA can be unpredictable and progress rapidly, leading to irreversible vision loss. Now there's something you can do to
slow it down, get it going slower.
Izervay is proven to slow GA progression.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Izervay or avacincaptad pegol is a prescription eye injection used to treat GA. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may temporarily increase eye pressure. Your vision may be impaired after an eye injection or exam. Don't delay. Ask your doctor about Izervay today.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Visit Izervay.com. That's IZERVAY.com.
Do you have 3 ex-wives and your current trophy wife wants a life insurance policy 3 times the size of the policies you had to purchase for your previous mistakes? If so, you need to call Big Lou at Term Provider, 800-859-3220. Big Lou is intimately familiar with your problems, and if you're 50 to 60 years old and in reasonably good health, a $1 million policy should only cost about $100 to $200 per month. Big Lou may have a solution for your previous policies as well. You may even save enough money to lighten the load on your new $1 million policy. Remember, call Big Lou. He's like you, except he's only on number 2. Call Term Provider at 800-859-3220. That's 800-859-3220 for $1 million in term life insurance that you can live with. Call Big Lou at 800-859-3220. 800-859-3220.
My fellow Americans, it's time to vote yes for a nicer, newer car. It's your commander in relief, Matt Parsley from Budget Car and Truck Sales. I'm on a mission to make car buying affordable again. So if you've been dreaming of driving a nicer, newer car, cast your old right away, and I'll give you up to $5,000 more than Kelley Blue Book value based on the price of the car you pick. I want to help you drive a car you want and deserve with the banks and the credit unions that say yes. That's yes, yes, yes. And give you way more for your old ride in the process. That's why at Budget Car and Truck Sales, we're all about affordability. My solutions specialists work hard to help you find a car you'll love for a monthly payment you can afford. So cast your old ride away with the banks that want to say yes. That's yes, yes, yes. But hurry, like elections, these deals won't last forever. I'm Matt Parsley. I'm your dealer for the people. See all these all-American rides at budgetsays.yes.com, 61 Mendel Parkway next to Fraser Church, or call 334-244-9777.
He's the voice of the conservative millennial. Ben Shapiro. The Ben Shapiro Show, tonight at 8 p.m. on News Radio 1440. Depend on it.
That's true. Da-da-da-da. Okay, we are back. Good morning. Hope everything's going okay with everybody this morning. But do we really know how serious this is when American people cannot get any assistance for their own for their own needs because they've given the money to, shall we say, other people. Let me take one more call, one more guest. You guys hold on for a second. One more guest. I got to talk to Miss Susan Johnson of Habitat for Humanity. So, good morning. Good morning there. And you got some pretty good. How are you? Mm-hmm. Yep. So, what's going on again?
Tomorrow morning, we're so excited.
Mm-hmm.
We had our ribbon cutting on yesterday where we had the city officials out. It was great. We had chamber, a lot of community partners, United Way. So that was truly amazing. And then Saturday is our Habitat Day where we will have grilling out here, live music. We will have discounts on our restore furniture. And it's an opportunity for people to meet some of our homeowners who have homes with Habitat and just fellowship with their community as we make sure everyone understands about the Habitat process. You can get more information on that as well. And that's from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. tomorrow here at the Habitat Restore, which is 2266 East South Boulevard.
2266 East South Boulevard. Okay. And the things that yeah. Well, let me ask you what are some of the things they can find at the because they can support you and support themselves at the same time. So tell me some of the things they can find if they want to do business in your in the place there. Mm. Okay, now I'm just I'm not taking issue with you, but we don't check your score, but we just check your credit. I mean, what's the difference? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Hmm. Okay. Somewhere I'll mentally put my mind around what you just said and hopefully come to the same conclusion you just said. One more thing. What about if you had a bankruptcy? Mm-hmm. Right, right. Okay. Mm-hmm. Whoa. Yeah, that's serious. Mm. Right. Right. Okay. So give me again. When is the event? Okay. 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 Sounds good. Oh, Cedric got there. Okay. So again, tell me what let's what's going on again. When is it happening? And give us a time to be there. Mm-hmm. Okay. And give me a landmark because I don't be looking in the address. Just give me a landmark. Okay, we can find it. Oh, okay. All right. Well, thank you, Sue. Thanks for what you guys are doing because even though I asked some questions, we need organizations like yours. And we all need each other because you need us to the citizens to help you guys, and in turn, you help other people, and in turn, they'll tell other people. Hopefully, we can get some of this. You know, I don't know what the word affordable housing means anymore today. I know what it used to mean, but the affordable housing has suddenly become unaffordable in so many ways, speculation, flipping houses and stuff like that. When somebody gets a house through you guys, I assume it's their house. Once it gets made, to do as they will, they can sell it or whatever they want to do with it. Is that true? Mm-hmm. Mm. Right. Okay. Right. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. One more thing. Is senior housing the same thing as low income housing or affordable housing? Is there a senior program that you guys have for folks who you know you know like me? Is there a program for that, or it's just the Habitat for Humanity doesn't consider age or anything like that? It's just whether or not you can actually make the payment. Hmm. Right. Okay. All right. Well. Mhm. Right. Mm-hmm. Right. Right. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Right. Okay. What? Okay. Now, what is the average cost of a Habitat for Humanity home? Well, the actual, well, not the mortgage payment, because the mortgage payment is incumbent upon what the total cost of the house. I mean, if I wanted a $300,000 house, would y'all build it? Okay, I'm just yeah. Okay, okay, okay. Yeah. Right, right. Okay. Okay. Well, no, I mean, mortgage holder without having all that extra interest and stuff, that certainly helps the payment process and help you pay for it quicker, hopefully. Anyway, yeah, yeah. Okay. Well, Susan, thank you very much. And that's tomorrow starting at what, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock? What time does it start again? Yeah, 10 a.m. And you, hmm okay, okay. Right. Well, and that certainly helped. Well, thank you there, Ms. Johnson. Let us know next week how it went, and I'll do my best to get over that way if I can. Tomorrow, man in my position, it's kind of hard to hang out with folks. I got the governor calling me, and expecting a call from the White House. So, yeah, see, yeah, okay. Welcome. I'll tell them. I tell them put it in their GPS and keep it there for a long time. Thank you very much, Mr. Johnson, and hopefully, but I am going to try to make it over there tomorrow. So I truly am, starting at 10 o'clock. Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Is there a number? Is there is there a number? What's your number over there? Okay. Okay. And if it's big enough, you come get it. I'm just- okay. I appreciate your time and thank you guys for the work that you do. Hmm. Oh, well, thank you very much. Well, at least we know we got. Okay, appreciate you very much. Our time. Well, I got time. Let me take one more call here. 8:52 in the morning. Good morning. Who's this? Morning. Hmm. Yeah. Well, and I feel you. I feel it does seem that we are more interested in helping everybody else, and when our folks right now are suffering in this country, and again, I think it is me almost treason to give money away to the taxpayers pay to give it to other people, illegals, and not be able to get to them. That's anybody who wants to put yes, anybody who wants to put somebody back in office with that kind of record, it's shame on them. I mean, $1.6 billion they gave away. Yeah. All of them. Oh, 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 every last one of them. Every last one of them. Well, if in fact that woman gets in, America deserves what they get. They deserve what they get. They gave a $1.4 billion on migrants. Okay, people who are not citizens of the United States, and now the folks who paid the money, who need the money, who are American citizens, now, oh yeah, they did say they're gonna give $700 to a few people, a one-time payment of $700. What is that for grocery for 1 week? Boy, I tell you. I am. Yes, I am. Now, I talked to the mayor of the land yesterday, and he'll be here next week to have those discussions with you guys. Hmm. But now, I got to ask a question. And again, I'm not in sync with everything that the mayor does, but don't most politicians, isn't it legal if you go someplace and you speak about a particular official and a particular official issue or something, and a lot of these guys do make money like $100 a plate. Come on, man, $100 a plate because they're gonna speak about something. I mean, $100 a plate for chicken. Yeah, yeah. Well, I'm gonna let y'all. I'm gonna let y'all have. I know that you're speaking tongue in cheek, but I don't know anything about those things. Um, I only ask this question: did we? And it's only just being fair. Did we use the same metrics and the same measurement on every mayor that they're using on Stevens? Okay. Hmm. Yeah. Well, okay. Yeah. All right. Hey, appreciate your call. I'm trying to be fair. The feds say there's no money left to respond to hurricanes after FEMA, the Federal Emergency Management Administration, spent $1.4 billion on migrants, most of them illegal immigrants to this country. And we can't help our own folks. Wow. What are you talking about? And you're going to vote for these people? Good morning. Yes. Well, why would we give $1.4 billion on people who are not citizens of this country? I'm with if that would solve the problem. Yeah. Well, that's his money though. Todd Train had money. Todd Train anywhere. Listen, I got to take a break. We'll be back with tomorrow.
At 1440.
Good morning, I'm Jed Davis. This is happening in the news on this Friday. The water is growing again after major issues in the last week. About 600 people didn't access clean drinking water in the county, which is failed. Here's what's around the clock because the fixed water is protected and you ensure that clean water again. Big thanks to all of you who clean food, good food, sometimes success. You have to upload more than 300 families.
News Radio 1440, also heard on 93 FM in Montgomery, a Clueless media station. It's CBS News for the hour. By O'Reilly Auto Parts.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. The labor market bounced back last month. Economist Stephen Juneau has the win on this morning's numbers from the labor
I
department.
think it was very strong report. I mean, when you just look at it at face value, and we added well above expectations of 254,000 jobs consensus, and we were looking for around 150,000 jobs. And not only that, we got positive revisions for the last 2 months. We really got a very strong report in terms of hiring.
Most gains were in hospitality, healthcare, and construction. The unemployment rate dropped from 4.2 to 4.1%. All of it could slow down the Fed's plans for more interest rate cuts. East and Gulf Coast dock workers are back on the job this morning after ending this week's strike. Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg tells CBS News Radio.
It is a big, complicated thing on the domestic level to keep our supply chain moving, and certainly the impact is significant, even just for these 3 days.
We're told companies sweetened the pay raise offer from about 50 to 62%. Monday will mark 1 year since the October 7th attack on Israel, and Iran's Ayatollah Khamenei is looking
The
back.
Al-Aqsa form last year, almost around this time, was a vote for the Palestinians to take. The Palestinians have every right to it.
Continuing airstrikes against Hezbollah project in Lebanon today. The U.S. is working with airlines to get Americans out of Beirut. CBS A second flight carrying Americans out of Lebanon landed in Frankfurt today. The State Department facilitated in getting 97 U.S. citizens and their family members out. This is the second of the State Department organized flights this week. On Wednesday, one took 100 Americans and their family members to Istanbul amid the escalating conflict between Israel and Hezbollah. The Supreme Court says it will decide whether to block a $10 billion lawsuit Mexico filed against leading U.S. gun manufacturers. The allegations their commercial practices are responsible for violence and bloodshed south of the border. The ex-wife of a wealthy Trump donor is upset. Lori Lewandowski has gotten his old job back as an advisor to Donald Trump 3 years after she accused him of assault and stalking. Michelle Odom tells CBS News.
They really need help. Kind of experiences like that. It seems so weird. How is this okay?
The alleged assault occurred at a charity dinner. Odom did not press charges. The Dow is up 192 points. S&P ahead 23. This is CBS News.
Look at O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Is this house a good price compared to others in the area? The price has been why don't we can offer great this very moment? Remember this my choice? These are the same questions at home for minutes. These are the sort of questions an agent who is a realtor can help answer. Because realtors have the expertise, data, and access to specialty training to help you navigate the process of buying a home. They provide support, guidance, and project guidance every step of the way. That's what realtors do, because that's who we are. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors.
Stream the best of British TV on BritBox. Watch captivating dramas and gripping mysteries, whether it's entire series of massive hits like Sherlock and Vera, new seasons of originals like The Responder, starring international Emmy-winning Martin Freeman, or an extraordinary selection of beloved titles featuring Idris Elba, Joe
Care could be compromised around the country because of storm damage in North Carolina.
Hospitals and dialysis centers around the country are concerned about possible shortages of IV fluid. The largest maker, Baxter International, has temporarily closed its storm-damaged facility in Marion, North Carolina. The company statement says there's an assessment going on now, but it's not clear when production will resume. Before the storm, the company says products were underground or storage. A levee break nearby sent water into the facility. Steve Station, CBS News.
The Mets are headed to the National League Divisional Series. Rondo helped stage an amazing ninth-inning comeback for the wild card playouts on ESPN with a 3-run homer that put New York in front of the group for good. They beat Milwaukee Game 1 against the Phillies is tomorrow. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
Old school. Did done. You know, grilled. You mean? Yes, that's it. He was joking. Said, zoom in any chapter code. Get your healthy vinegar-based jelly. Don't tell you if you want. In the battlefield, there's a saying America's military men and women live by. Never leave a fallen warrior behind. Off the battlefield, Wounded Warrior Project operates with the same goal. The Warrior Project was created to help honorable the scars of war. Wounded Warrior Project. Never leave a fallen warrior behind. Learn more about what we do at WoundedWarriorProject.org.
Warning, the following supercomputer radio you are about to hear is going to be filled with F words.
When you're hiring, we at ZipRecruiter know you can feel safe. And you can spend a fortune trying to find fabulous people, and you get filled with candidates with just fortunately, ZipRecruiter figured out how to cause that. We find the right people for your roles, which is our absolute favorite. Just go to ZipRecruiter.com/free. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free.
These the Russians don't fear. News Radio 1440.
Yeah, we're so interested in people who are not citizens of this country. We spend $1.4 billion on it. And the people who paid that money can't seem to get any now. The houses are torn up, the communities are broken, the roads are so bad that we can't even get cars and trucks up the mountain. We can't get anything because we spend money on people who come across illegally. And these are the people you guys actually want to put back in office. I think this is high crimes and misdemeanors, as far as I'm concerned. I mean, it's like, that is like your neighbor, your house burns down, and your neighbor's house burns down, but you take care of your neighbor's house before you take care of yours. Wow. Yeah, I think you ought to be impeached. I think him and her ought to be impeached. They ought to be impeached. Seriously, that's some serious stuff. To neglect the American people, the ones who pay the money, and give it to people who, and all, because they want to get a free vote. They want to be a vote for illegal people in this country. But now, let me, first of all, though, clarify something here. I don't have any problem with people wanting to come to this country and get here any way they can. I guess if I was over there, I would too. If I'm in Honduras, Nicaragua, El Salvador, Venezuela, if I was in any of those places, I would try to get here too. That is why we have a government and Homeland Security to keep the homeland secure. But I don't blame the people. But I got to tell you, I'm coming here too. I'm not blaming them. They're just trying to do the best they can to survive. But it is up to the people who have the responsibility for the leadership of this country to make sure that those borders are safe and secure. They have failed that job miserably. As a matter of fact, we ought to have a vote of no confidence in her and him. Okay? And I'm not blaming the people who come. No, I'm not. I'm not. Like, I can't blame a baby for sticking a fork in an electric socket. But I do blame the grown people who didn't put something in the electric socket and he couldn't put the fork in there. Okay? That's all I'm going to say. I mean, anybody that's an American citizen and they know about this and they're not incredulous about this, $1.4 billion of FEMA's money went to illegal aliens to house them, to give them money, all kinds of things. And now Mayorkas is telling us that he doesn't have any more hurricane money to help the folks who paid the money. Is anybody as ticked off as I am about this? No, because you know what? Because we're not going to any of this stuff. Okay? A little wind to the north, a little wind to the south, a little wind to the west and the east, and Alabama's in the path. And it's us. It's us who's going through this rather than. And if we were going through this, and we called the governor, and we called our representative, And our representative told us, well, we can't help you guys because we spent a lot of money on illegal immigrants. Somebody will be drawn into it. 860-14 Woody. Good morning. Who's this? Pretty good, pretty good. Yeah, I know. They are. Yeah, 67. Yeah. Yeah, you can if you get home. Oh, is it? Okay. Hmm. Right. Okay. Yeah, that's okay. I do know homestead exemption. I think it's called a homestead. Yeah. Okay. That's right. It is like COVID. That's right. It is like, yeah. That's right. All right. That is right. Also, some good news from a bad situation. A second suspect, of course, is under arrest and charged in connection with the June 4th triple homicide at Tienda Los Hermanos grocery store on Montgomery Shore Highway. Court documents indicate that the Quandre Savage, 18 years old of Montgomery, is now charged with 2 counts of capital murder in the commission of a robbery and 1 count of capital murder where two or more people death occurred. You know, at 18 years old, how do you how do these things come in your mind? I mean, how did that happen? How did that happen? Anyway, there's another guy too that's named Jacquez Butler. I mean, how does an 18-year-old go in and kill three people? How does that happen? How does that, how do you even, how do you even say, do these people think that these machines and games they play, that's real life? I mean, how did that happen? Now that's 5 lives, more lives. That's the three people they killed, but their lives are useless now. You know, how do you do that? And I still say, we really need to be starting. Uh, we need to hold a lot of these men. Every child has a father. Every last one has a father, and I believe that it is time to come down absolutely hard on absent fathers. Okay. Forget about the woman. Forget about whether or not you like her, whether or not you get along fine. It doesn't make any difference. And judges need to come down hard on women who would not allow the fathers access to those kids. Okay. You know, being a drug addict or something like that. But that's the only thing I can think of. I mean, years ago, you would not feel young folks doing this kind of thing. And so it would be an anomaly if something like this happened. But the responsibility, in my mind, the responsibility is still on the father of that child. And again, mothers, have to be taught, a lot of them, it's not a check request. You don't have children to have a check request. You have children because what God gave it to you. And you don't use the man as a welfare check. Because what you do when you do these kinds of things, well, now we end up where we are now. 17, 16, 14-year-old kids killing people because they never had any leadership. And although women do a great job when they have to do it, absolutely they do, because some men put them in a position where they can't do no less. But a man needs to be in a boy's life. Okay? And now some of our girls are going crazy. So I don't know. We need to start holding fathers accountable. 100% accountable for the actions of their underage kids. Absolutely. Absolutely. And maybe we can do that. I got a call out for Bailey, our DA. We're trying to get him on the air to talk about these things, but I haven't heard that from him yet. So he's out there getting my job for me now. All types of news. Let's go ahead, phone. Good morning. Yeah. Mhm. I have never heard, wait a minute, I have never heard in my life being in this country, we are out of money to help the American citizens because we gave money to illegal people who shouldn't be there. I've never heard that. What's that got to do with giving Homeland Security money away? But wait a minute. Wait a minute. Why are we giving, wait a minute. Why are we giving $1.4 billion to people who don't belong here? We already got money. I have never heard of this. I hear what you're saying. I understand that. But I have never heard in my life we're out of money because we gave money to people who don't belong here. Never. Yeah. And again, I'm 67 years old. I have never heard that our agency ran out of money. We can't help the people who paid the money because we're giving it to foreigners. I've never heard that. I ain't carrying a Republican flag. I'm carrying the human flag. I've never heard that. Okay. I hear that. I never heard that. Never. Good morning. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. All right, appreciate it. Let me see. Good morning. Yeah. Yeah, as a matter of fact, we've done the same thing to some people in Afghanistan, but we left them high and dry. Uh, they helped us over there, and we left some of those folks high and dry over there to be be retaliated against, retribution against them from folks over there. We don't treat friends that way. Good morning, on there. Good morning. Hmm. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, that's true. Mm. And as somebody once said that ultimately the people get the government, but they get. We'll be back. That's it.
received a handwritten note, which they delivered to our mailbox, letting us know how much they had enjoyed our dinner, along with an article we had discussed. That note and that effort means a lot to me, and it should. The fact they had taken the time to write and deliver a heartfelt note sure made my little text message seem somewhat indifferent. In today's high-tech, low-touch world, how refreshing it is to get a thoughtful, handwritten note once in a while. Well, it's enough to inspire me. I'm ordering stationery and getting in the handwritten note business today, and I hope I can make someone's world a little kinder. To learn more, check us out at thekindnessrevolution.net.
He's smart, witty, and fast on the draw. It's Mark Levin this afternoon at 5 p.m. on News Radio 14.
And before we get back to some more interesting conversation this morning, let me tell you about one of our sponsors here, which is Penny Earned Concrete. What a great organization. Now, your home is one of your most major lifetime investments. Protect it. When somebody pulls up to your house, the first thing they see is your driveway. That's your invitation to your home. So make that invitation a welcome one. With Penny Earned and Concrete Technologies, call Penny Earned for any of your concrete needs, your driveway, your swimming pools, or any of your other outdoor living areas like fire pits, fireplaces, stamp and pattern patios, retainer walls, and drainage systems to complete your outdoor living area. Now, follow Penny Earned Concrete on Facebook and get an idea of how you can beautify your outdoor living space. So, what are you waiting for? Call Penny Earned today, right now, 334-284-9292. That's 284-9292. A phone call does not hurt. Doesn't cost anything. Give them a call, okay? Make that house, and I would imagine, now I'm not sure, I'm not an architect, I'm not a real estate guy, but I would imagine any improvements to that house takes the value of that house up. And so let Penny Earned not only bring you simplicity and functionality to your home, but also add more value. Okay, so give them a call, 284-9292. That's 284-9292. Okay, or go on Facebook and look at some of the things they're already doing. Matter of fact, right now they're involved in the new stadium in Prattville. When it gets done, it's gonna be nice. Anyway, for a beautiful outdoor living space tomorrow, okay, Penny Earned Concrete, 284-9292. Good morning, who's this? Not much. Of course you do. I am. Yeah, I am. Yeah, that's not even that's not even a question. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I don't like it. I mean, it's a song he put out. I've never been a big Springsteen. I like Jesse's Girl though. Well, Born in the USA, why not? Yeah. Well, and I don't dislike it. Make the point, man. Don't make me go through all this. Don't make me go through. Just give me the point. You make it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. Again, she's a citizen of America, and she's got a right to put forth her opinion also. But we make no differential between who wants to kill a child. Okay, I know it's wrong. It's wrong to do it, no matter who you are. but his wife has a she you know she's not a what's the word I'm looking for? She's not somebody who she's not yeah. Well, as far as I'm concerned, you murdering your kids. But she has a right. Listen, she has a right to be just as wrong as anybody else. Okay. No, yeah, okay. I mean, I think she's wrong, but she got a right to have her own opinion. Good morning. Man, I know it. They're not just get done talking to you a couple seconds ago. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Okay. Anyway, our numbers are 860-1440 if you want to give us a call and let me talk to you. We all got problems. We all got issues. We all done something we ain't got no business doing. So, good morning. Okay. I mean, you guys do realize that playing a something off the air just don't cut it. Anyway, other things we talked about the other day. Oh, here's one. You want now? This lady right here had has showed us how to pick a car when you go to a car lot. Dateline, Opelika. The Opelika police are investigating a September theft at Glenn Smith Chevrolet and GMC on Columbus Parkway. I know where that's at. Police say that the vehicle has been located, though, but they still need the public's help identifying the suspect. So here's what happened. A woman goes into the place, said, "Can I use the phone?" So they give her the phone, let her use the phone. And while she's on the phone, I guess she said, "I don't think I want to walk. I think I want to ride." So she takes a fob, whatever that is, and on the way out the door, hops in a truck and keeps moving. But she didn't just buy any truck. She didn't, no. She bought one of the most well-known trucks, and an all-black truck, a 2024 GMC Sierra 2500. Now, whatever that is, but it's got a crew cab in it. I mean, you can't hide that truck no place on the freeway. But they found the truck. Anyway, so I just think that's probably not the best way to go pick a car, but sometimes you got to do what you got to do. Dateline, Missouri. 2 men were arrested and charged after 7 children were found in the back of a U-Haul. Okay. Sunday about 4:30 p.m., troopers stormed the U-Haul box truck for a moving violation. Troopers found 7 children in the cargo. Their ages range from 2 years old to 13 years old. And according to court records, 31-year-old, I can't pronounce the guy's first name, so forget about that, Mr. Bristol, and 22-year-old Musa Omar are charged with 7 counts of endangering the welfare of a child, creating substantial risk. I guess they're trying to save a little money. You know, U-Haul's not that expensive to rent, so they kind of, save a little money and put them all in the back of the truck like they furniture. Okay then. All right, that's just some of the things that's going on in America right now today. Some of the things. All right, so now what do we learn today? You can be an American and have your houses all used up, flooded out, and everything. And the agency that has been tasked with helping you can give their money to illegals. And you just up the creek. There's another word that goes along with that, but we're not even going to go there right now. But there's another word that goes with that. So now you, as an American citizen who pay the money, you don't want to pay it. I mean, no one paid the money but you. And you can't get any help at all. Okay, I'm just saying you can't get any help at all because your government, the people who take your money, okay, and take your money and you can't, they don't have anything left for you. Now I'm with if Biden did say he wants the Congress to come back in, well, and that's fine with me. But the problem is you had no business giving Homeland Security money that has anything to do with the security. As a matter of fact, it's the lack of security, which is why we need Homeland Security. And Homeland Security going to give the money for security to people who broke in here being unsecured. Okay, guess that's something else over there. I don't know. And I don't know what's going on in Macon County, but evidently they got some water working now. I don't know how they made it through the most of the week without water, but it's good to have those things over there. Got some water over there in Macon County, so we all need water. One more thing, the mayor called a little hell this week. He should be here sometime next week about this $6 million funding for a community violence intervention initiative from an organization called Live Free. However, the Live Free website lists Montgomery as having already implemented the proposed program. Now, I haven't heard anything about it. They haven't been up here. They haven't talked to us. So I don't know who and where did the money come from already then, if they got some. So I don't know whether, but I looked up their website. One of their things they want to do is have block parties. Okay, like that's going to somehow, stop the violence. Okay, now I'd say that, and the mayor also, they want to limit. They want to raise the limit of contracts the mayor can sign without oversight of the city council. I think that's a bad idea. I think we need to know where the money's going. Okay, so and if because I don't want the mayor to be able to write a $6 million check to this Live Free people. We can use that money and build onto our centers for kids around here, so they got someplace to go. Okay, we don't need no more people coming from outside, coming into Montgomery, trying to tell us how they're gonna help us. Help Chicago. They got more problems than we got. Good morning. Yes, I'm doing fine. How are you? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I do. I do. I do want to tilt the scale a little bit. We need some new thinking. Okay. Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But I'm not conservative. I'm a moderate. I just sometimes the Democrats are right, and sometimes the Republicans are wrong, and sometimes the Republicans are right and the Democrats are wrong. So I try to call them both as I see them. But philosophically, the conservative mantra is still better for the individual than the Democratic philosophy. It's just better. Sure. Hmm. Yes. I have talked to some Democrats who don't believe in abortion, but here's my problem, and you can disagree with me if you want to. If you say you are a baseball player, but you've never picked up a baseball, are you a baseball player? Well, and let me make the analogy here. If you say you are a Democrat, what you say philosophically that you believe in the tenets of the party. And the biggest tenet of the Democratic Party is homosexuality, gender, whatever hell they want to try to make you think you not what you are, and abortion. Those are part of the mantra of that party. And you can't separate yourself. If you say I'm a Democrat, you saying that you believe in the philosophy of the party. Hmm. All right. Okay. Okay. Or a Republican. Right. Or Republican. It goes for the same thing for the Republican Party. Unless you are paid card carrying. Yeah. Right. That's true. You don't belong to the party unless you actually belong to the party. You may vote for that party, but you're not a member. I do that all the time. If I think the person okay agrees with me or I agree, it's a 70-80 situation. If I can agree with 70% of the things you say, whether you're a Republican or Democrat, then you can get my vote. And here's why. Here's why. Reverend, let me ask. I agree, but here's why. Here's why. Because if you do not have life, you have nothing else. Nothing else matters if you cannot be alive to enjoy it. Nothing. Okay. The life as a human being, yeah, the life on earth. Well, I hear you, but I don't know anything about the life in eternity, but I know about the life on earth, and I know the only way to get here is that you have to be born. You got to be born. Yeah, I gotta go. Well, I gotta go. Yeah. I've been a long time. I've been lonely.
Visit IzerBay.com. That's IZERVAY.com. We're going to.
Teaching you real life words with braces. With fabulous interactive bite-sized lessons, you'll remember what you learned.
¿Cómo te llamas? ¿Te llamas? ¿De dónde eres?
In just 3 weeks, we're starting to have conversations.
Estoy emocionado para ir a España contigo.
Like you said, I'm very excited to go to Spain with you. Nos vamos a vivir aquí. Gracias, Marco.
Celebrating 10 million subscribers. Just today. BABE.com.
You see, miracles never come quickly. That's why, as great as children's hospitals support to keep them. But you're really hurting me. Support your children's medical network.
Citizen soldiers. Reacts to domestic operations in states and territories, including in the District of Columbia. Regards you. And the president of the nation. We are and when every single we still get disease and early dementia.
Living with Alzheimer's at an alarming rate. 10% of people in 2007. New research is making
Don't miss Sean Hannity. Biden incoherently adheres live this afternoon at 2 p.m. on News Radio 1440.
Okay, I'm running short. I give y'all about a minute apiece, and then we'll go from there. Good morning. Who's this? Yes. But if she had it, I guess yeah. 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 Well, I don't know if that's her status or not, but I don't have a problem. Well, I don't have a problem with what people. I don't have a problem with people do. But No, what people do in their private life, their business, don't make it public. No, I don't agree with killing babies. What I don't agree with. Hey, listen, but if you say, but if you're a Democrat, if you actually belong to the Democratic Party, you believe in abortion. Uh, they may have it, but I didn't say they don't. But it is. There, well, I don't know that. You don't know that either. But I'm not sure on time there. But all I know, they don't go around promoting like it's cracker jack. Good morning. Yeah. That's what they said. Mm-hmm. Well, again, why haven't somebody told us? Why haven't somebody told us? Because the media won't do that because they want Biden look guilty. Yeah, okay. Yeah. This is the first time I'm hearing about it. So and they probably will. They probably will. I'm pretty sure they probably will. I, okay, but I'm not in Congress, so I don't. No, I can't answer that question. Okay. Listen, I got like that time. Give me one more call. Hello. Yes. Right. Well, the death penalty, I don't believe anymore. I used to. Right, and I'm not a Republican either. Yeah, I'm not a Republican either. So you know, so, well, I don't believe in death. I don't believe in death penalty anymore. I would say my years ago, but right, I agree with you. There's no difference between a grown person than it is. Anyway, really back, but I do understand it.
News Radio 1440 is
Steve Cates, the employers tacked on 254